everyone, this is Hags Art, and today I will be doing a sketch with me, paint with me video in my sketchbook. It's been a while since I've done a video like this, and truthfully, I was falling behind on my YouTube upload schedule. I've been trying to do a new video every 2 weeks, and I was a bit behind. I ended up not posting a video 2 weeks ago when I was supposed to. Anyway, so I wanted to do a sketchbook video because I thought it'd be a quick and easy way to do some art and also make a video out of it. I've been really into drawing and painting buildings lately. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen some of my building drawings in my sketchbook and stuff like that. I haven't really done anything like this for YouTube yet, so this is kind of a look at a different process for me. So normally when I'm doing these building drawings, I like to draw it directly into my little sketchbook. I don't even sketch it out or anything beforehand, and I've been using alcohol markers for those. But today I wanted to switch it up and I wanted to use watercolor again. I've kind of gone back into using watercolor again recently. It is a medium that I've always really enjoyed. At one point, it was my favorite medium to use, and I still really enjoy it. I'm just using alcohol marker a little bit more nowadays. So I thought I'd try to do some building paintings, with the watercolors. And so I pulled up some references on Pinterest. That's usually where I always get my little building references. And I went with the watercolor first. From my little knowledge I have of people watercoloring, I've seen people watercolor first and then do like line art and stuff. I don't know why I've always just done sketch, line art, and then color. It must be the way I was taught or something, or maybe I think I've always just done it that way, even growing up drawing fan art and things like that. So tried to do it a bit differently, because then my thought was, if it's not perfect through the watercolor, because as you can see, I didn't sketch these out either. I just went straight in with watercolor because I wanted them to also look very like loose and imperfect, because I feel like that adds a lot of charm to them. Then I could cover up any sort of mistakes or wobbly lines with the fine liners, and I will do that after this building here. So like I said, I intended to do this sketchbook video because I thought it would be a quick and easy way to make a video, but this actually ended up taking a really long time. I am just not a fast artist, and I think I kind of talk about this in my recent video called How to Balance Art in Your Full-Time Job. And one of the big things there that I talk about is working smaller and keeping things simple. So I should have remembered that, and knowing going into this that filling an entire 2-page spread like this was not going to be quick. So it kind of didn't serve the purpose that I wanted it to. It ended up taking, I think, like 2 weekends, and I also just was very tired and busy and burnt out and stressed out, which I can talk about a little bit later in more detail. But yeah, so I kind of just go in here with the fine liner, trying to do more detail now and get a little more detailed than what I could with the watercolor paintbrushes, So even though this took a lot longer than I originally planned, it was still fun. It doesn't end up being like a totally cohesive page. I kind of draw a bunch of random things, but truly it was like, filling these 2 pages was a lot. Oh yeah, and I got some new washi tape from, oh gosh, I'll put her name and her shop in the bio because I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Maria Gunsui or something, Suli. So sorry if I'm butchering your username, but has really cute art. I just ordered a bunch of stuff from her shop, so I'll link it below. And I really just want an excuse to put this washi tape somewhere because I love bread products. even though I'm gluten-free now, which is like heartbreaking. But this is my only way to enjoy bread now, I guess, is by getting cute washi tape. So over here, I'm painting some more houses just to kind of even it out and have, houses in the top left corner and the bottom right to make the pages feel a little more balanced. And then I'll be painting some other stuff because truthfully I kind of got sick of painting little houses because again they took a lot longer than I thought they would. I think also the fact that I was using watercolor, I thought using watercolor would actually be quick because I would be able to just, dab some color. I didn't really mix colors a lot. I just kind of used what was out of my palette to make it easier and again save a little time. But I think just going back and forth between a palette and a water cup and painting the actual thing is actually a lot more time consuming than I originally thought. And that's why I think at the end of the day, alcohol markers are just so fast because you're not mixing anything. You don't need water. It's the strokes of using a marker is a lot quicker than the stroke of maybe painting with a brush as well. Even though it didn't serve the purpose, it was still enjoyable. It's just, truthfully, I think I would have enjoyed working on these a lot more, again, if I was able to finish it faster, because I've just had so much going on lately, and I can kind of get into that now. Because truthfully, I don't have a script for this video right now, so I was like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I thought I'd try to have a theme for the video. But I guess the theme is kind of just, I've been very busy lately and stressed out. So in the job that I have, in the field that I work in, this is our busiest time of year. And so I think I've just been feeling that. Also, a quick note, I'm painting some watermelon because I recently just got very annoyed and discouraged with some feedback that I got, let's say, about supporting certain causes. So if you know, you know. I don't want to say too much because I don't know how YouTube is reacting to all this, if I would get shadow banned or something. But anyway, just wanted to show a little support there. But yeah, so I've just been stressed at work. It's been so busy, and just the work environment that I have is not ideal. Haven't been feeling the most supported, and it's just, again, when we work so much at this time of the year, you're already so burnt out and tired, and so it's just been one thing on top of another, and figuring out life decisions, basically. There's some personal stuff going on with my family, and it's making me think about where I'm at and reevaluating where I'm at and where I want to be in terms of all that stuff going on. I wish I could be more specific. It's just, I gotta be careful because I never know who's watching this, and also some personal stuff is just, it's not mine information to share. So yeah, it's just been a lot. There's good things happening. There's some bad and stressful things happening. And I don't know if anyone else feels this way. It's funny how you would think, there is good stuff happening in my life. There's exciting things happening and coming in the future. But sometimes even the mix of good and bad is also kind of overwhelming. It's not always just of course, if you're in a point in your life where it's just bad on top of each other, then yes, that is very stressful and overwhelming. But even with a mix of good, it's it's sometimes hard because you're it's maybe hard to appreciate the good things happening if there's other bad things, or it makes you evaluate your priorities, I guess. Okay, this is what's happening in my personal life. Do I make certain decisions with my job and where I live and other things based on those things? And I know my therapist would tell me yes, because that's what she's been telling me for months now. But yeah, I just have a very hard time making big life decisions, basically. I don't even know, unless it like absolutely feels right, because there's been other things in my life where I made what people view as a big life decision, but I think because they were always related to goals that I just wanted, I didn't view it that way. So, for example, like, I did the Disney college program after I graduated from college, and obviously lived in Florida for a bit of time. I also, a few years later, moved to LA because I wanted to be a TV writer, which I think I've talked about briefly on this channel. And then making the decision to go to grad school and what like grad school I wanted to go to. I don't know. It's just something about all those decisions felt so right because they were just things I so deeply wanted. And maybe that's what I'm struggling with, is like, I'm in a position now where I might have to make decisions not really based on what I want. And like, that sounds bad. Like, there's pros and cons basically to both sides. And, you know, it's hard when you've like made a life somewhere and you've built a life somewhere, and then figuring out if that life is really meant for you, I guess. I feel like I'm talking so vaguely because truthfully, I also just like, I don't want to offend anyone who might be listening from my real life. I don't want to sound ungrateful or anything. It's just a lot on my mind, I guess, of like making decisions between what I want to do and where I'm going from here, and even just like, I think the general pursuit of improving my mental health, that is very time consuming and draining and a lot to think about and consider. And then grappling with the fact that art might have to take a backseat during these hard times, making decisions and figuring out my life, basically. And that can be sad to have to put that on pause, but I also have to give myself the time and space I need to do what's right for me. So that's just a small glimpse of some of the things that have been on my mind lately. And I did not expect to get that deep and vulnerable, but hey, hopefully, you know, hearing my journey and what I'm going through lately kind of can help anyone else feel what they feel. Thank you so much for watching if you made it this far, and I hope that you're doing what you need to do to take care of yourself, take care of your mental health, and give yourself some grace if you're also in a position of making some hard decisions right now. All right, thank you again so much for watching. If you made it this far, please like, comment, and subscribe, and take care until next time.